Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Deus Ex Mankind Divided Blind. Now I'm here still at the TaskForce, trying to find clues about the whereabouts of a missing officer. And I've read that before when I hacked his computer the last time, but this message is actually new. Vincent, where are you? D. Do you have my information? Not so easy to betray my husband. Have your ticket, Berlin, one way. Have a deal. Meet me at the Red Queen in 1 hour. Why so long? Dangerous place. I have one last thing to take care of. Do you want this over or not? I'll be waiting. He's on the line.
Delara, I'm in Vince's office. I think I have a lead. An appointment Vince made with an informant.
That sounds promising, Adam. You willing to follow up?
Only way to find out what happened to him.
If something happened to him. Let's not assume the worst just yet.
Okay, but I'll also check his safe, because there might be something, some more clues inside.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Okay, just a silencer, so I don't really need or want that. I think I'm ready to leave, actually. Unfortunately, there's more than a little bit of backtracking to the other district to finish the quest with, supposedly with, my current assumption is that it involves Eliza Kazan somehow, which in itself is interesting enough for me to actually get me to bother. I just dislike the really long loading screen.
My goodness. Good luck finding the people who hacked us. Hopefully it will turn out to be nothing.
Well, I actually did find them already. Whoa.
Can't believe a word they say.
Okay, somebody blew up the train station again? I mean, the metro station? How will I get to the other district then? Okay, that's a really convoluted way of getting around. Okay, I'm going to steal that. And this. Because basically it helps me not kill people, and I like not killing people. But... Ah! The Stanek shop! That makes sense. It's because I would have investigated it for, you know, for the elements of the bomb at the station. So somebody blew it up to eliminate the evidence, basically. That's my assumption. I guess while I'm here, I might as well... Although, is hacking illegal? Like, nobody seems to care to be... Oh, I have code for this. Nobody seems to care that much. Medical box. Crafting parts. 2/4. Now, who does this belong to? Because I always feel conflicted about stealing, especially if there's neuropozyne. A shot of whiskey. Actually, it doesn't look like there is. So, it isn't... Things here are not, like, insanely valuable to be honest. Fire hazard. So I guess I just don't care that much. However, I do care about the layout of my objectives, which is I need to investigate the agent in the red light district, which will presumably take me into the Valley territory. Libusha apartments. This is about the watchmaker himself. Yeah, so unfortunately, as much as it annoys me, I think I'm going to go to the other district to finish the mission with the strange signal, because I find it intriguing, and I wouldn't like it to be forfeited because I progress too far with the main plot.
Go die in an alley. Use the designated Hunter card.
No.
No trouble, yes?
Okay, so I need to go back to my own apartment. And then unfortunately I will need to go back to the other district again, because I don't have anything else to do in this part of the city for now. Wait.
Did you see what they did to her?
Why are we drawn to such things? What's wrong with us?
Huh.
It is not unhealthy to be curious about death. What is unhealthy is to do such things.
So apparently there has been a murder committed?
Another dead dog.
It is not unhealthy to be curious about death.
Oh.
What is unhealthy is to do such things.
Who? By now?
John is not going anywhere. What's your hurry?
I was given the same orders you were, sir.
I know all about our orders. Do me a favor, eh? At least pretend to look for evidence.
You don't think he did it?
I do think he did it. But I also think we should at least try to prove it, if that's okay with you.
Anything you say.
Well, can I help with the investigation?
Away from the crime scene.
Oh, somebody was... This woman was literally torn in half.
I give up.
That's kind of gruesome.
We can't let them get away with this.
I'm not Montag. I don't need your help.
2 years too late already.
Who are those people?
I must talk to you about what
She had
happened.
enemies.
I hear there's been a series of these.
Tabloids write that shit to sell copies. No, this was political. It's always political.
Well, I'm glad I visited because it seems to be another side quest.
Daria says something, but apparently she doesn't talk to cops.
Daria who?
We can't let them get away with this.
Ah, her.
I recognize you. We're neighbors. I've seen you in our building. You're very difficult to miss. By chance, did someone send you to investigate?
No, no one sent me. What happened here?
It's horrible. An augmented woman was killed, just outside of where we live. She looks like she was my age.
Do you have any idea who she was?
No, I've never seen her before. It's so sad that nothing will be done about this. Org victims are not high on the list of police priorities. To them, it's like a dog lying in the street. You're not a cop, are you?
Actually, I'm an ex-cop. Yeah.
I was a cop once. Old habits die hard.
In America?
Yeah, Detroit. was a long time ago.
I bet you have a lot of experience. You're used to this sort of thing.
What about you? What's your interest in all this? Morbid curiosity?
God, no. I want nothing more than to go home. Detective Montag, he's making me stay. He thinks I saw something.
Did you see something?
Maybe. I think I would rather not say, to be honest. Because if I had seen something, and if I started talking about it, wouldn't that put me in danger?
Well, I guess it would, but I don't think that's a good enough reason not to investigate, not to help investigate murder. But it is natural to be scared, I guess, especially with such a gruesome murder.
It's natural to be scared.
Then you understand. I don't want to get involved if I don't have to.
Sure, I understand. You don't know anyone here. But there's a chance this could happen again.
Yeah.
The more you're willing to cooperate with the police, the better the odds of catching whoever's responsible.
I know. It's just that I don't trust the police. I would feel safer with someone like you. You have more reason to be invested in this than they do. You're augmented, like the victim was. And you look like you could actually protect me.
It's not my case.
But maybe you could help. Please, neighbor. Talk to Detective Montag. At least see how it's going. Make sure he doesn't think he's on vacation just because the victim is an orc.
Yeah, oh, sure. I'm actually very interested in this quest.
I'll talk to the officer in charge and see where he is with the investigation. If I can help him, I will.
Thank you. Suppose I end up remembering something later. Is there a way for me to contact you?
You planning to run off on me already?
The first chance I get. There are times for standing in the cold, but this isn't one of them. I just want to go home, bolt the door, and never come out again. Of course, I will wait for Detective Montag to say it's okay first. And I'll still try to answer whatever questions you may have.
I can give you access to my info link. You should feel free to use it if you have to.
Thank you, neighbor. Talk to you about what happened.
Okay, let's talk to the detective.
So, Daria was actually talking to you, huh? I could barely get 2 words out of her. What did she say? Did she see anything?
You mean your witness over there? She's not sure yet.
How can she not be sure? Either she saw something or she didn't.
She's scared. She thinks she might be in danger. I told her she'll be fine and that whoever did this would be caught. I'd like to believe that's true.
Sure, so would I. But as you can see, the victim was like you. Augmented. That makes things a little more complicated, eh? Being a cop in this city, it's not always about doing the right thing. Or about doing things the right way.
Okay, this is a little too much. Yeah, but I really do believe that whether the victim was an orc or not has nothing to do with it.
There's no reason this should be complicated. Someone gets killed, you need to find the killer. Whether the victim was an orc or not has nothing to do with it.
No favorites before the law, eh? Okay. But what if the law itself is prejudiced, eh? As an officer of the law, wouldn't it be my duty to uphold that prejudice?
No, it wouldn't. It's your job to uphold the ideal, to know the difference between right and wrong, and to act accordingly.
You're obviously not a cop, are you?
I used to be, for 12 years. I work for Interpol now.
Interpol, huh? Listen, off the record, I've been told to forego any unnecessary investigation. I want you to know, it's not my idea of how things should be done.
Who told you to forego the investigation?
Men who spend more time making policies than arrests. They want the victim's husband, Johnny Gunn, ex-PMC operative. Heavily augmented.
Alright. So if you're not comfortable with this, if you know things aren't being handled the way they should, why not do something about it?
I thought I just did. Just because my hands are tied doesn't mean Interpol can't conduct a parallel investigation. Crime scene's right over there, and Johnny lives just a couple of blocks from here.
I never said I was gonna work your case for you.
Sure you did. Isn't that more or less the promise you made your little friend over there? She won't talk to a cop because she doesn't trust us. Smart girl. Look, my orders are to arrest the husband. You take a look around. Get to Johnny before my guys do. Who knows? Maybe we'll actually learn something.
I'll let you know what I find.
Okay, so...
Careful of the evidence.
yeah, I should investigate the crime scene. Cutting marks above Andra's arm. Had an argument forcibly removed. Okay. Bruises. Strangled her and even left a partial fingerprint. Needle sticking out of Angela Gunn's right shoulder.
Just because Montag trusts him doesn't mean I do.
Exhaust all evidence 7. So we have to look around. Now maybe the smart vision will help. This is about the photos, so it doesn't really matter. But I feel like I saw something here, right? Ah, it's something.
The only way I'm continuing this conversation.
Actually, it's something else entirely. So, not quite sure. Maybe it doesn't help with this. I wonder if talking with the witness counts as investigating the crime scene.
Can't believe we got stuck down here.
Well, I guess I am going to check that. Oh!
I have some questions for you.
I will cooperate. You have promised to help, and so I will try to help as well.
Daria Mishka, that's the one that that's the woman that role plays as a cat fairy. She has an apartment in this block. I've actually explored it. Well, broken into it, really.
How did the attack happen? What was the killer doing?
He was on top of her, cutting the evil out. That's what he called it. I mean, I think.
So you heard his voice?
Very clearly, yes. He sounded confident, authoritarian, like a general commanding troops.
What did he say exactly?
It is time to make you whole again.
Can you remember anything about what the killer looks like?
To be honest, I saw more of the shadow than the man. I remember he was very big. The shadow, it covered everything.
So you can't describe him?
Not the face, no. His clothes, he was wearing something very dark. Black, maybe blue.
Was he augmented?
He moved like an augmented man, but I can't say for sure.
What were you doing here?
I was looking for Starlight, my cat. There was lightning and suddenly this flash of certainty. That's when I knew something awful was happening.
Where were you exactly?
In the shadows. My head was down. I couldn't move. Oh God, stupid Daria. I shouldn't have gone out today. The energies were all wrong.
Is there anything else I should know about you?
Yeah, she's a furry.
I want to know about Daria. What is there to tell? Small town girl came to the big city to escape her problems, to try and become someone else.
Did it work?
Not really. You can't escape yourself. You can't just come to a big city and expect all your problems to seem smaller. It doesn't work that way.
Not that I have anything against fairies, I just find them incredibly weird.
Why is it you don't trust the police to take care of this case?
I have bad memories of the police.
What kind of memories?
Get calls I didn't want. Tickets I didn't deserve. The policemen here are worse than children. Former captains of high school sports teams who never recapture their years of glory.
I was captain of the debate team in high school.
Yes, well, debate is different.
What's your take on Montag? You ever meet him before tonight?
I went to the station once, years ago, to complain about a ticket. Detective Montag is the one they send you to handle the paperwork.
How'd he do?
He did fine. The point is, he's a desk jockey. Look at him, he's lost out here. The cops who know how to catch killers, they're not the ones sent to investigate murdered ox.
I'm gonna do what I can to help the investigation.
Good luck.
So, I guess it didn't count. So I'll investigate this whole cul-de-sac from where the police do not cross line starts, because
She's just lying. They should at least cover her up.
Because presumably they've cordoned off the area that's actually relevant. Although maybe it's 3 out of 7 in the whole case, not necessarily in this place.
For Johnny, I might have faked you for this. Away from the crime scene, sir.
I have some questions for you.
Do I?
I will cooperate. You have promised to help, and so I will try to help as well.
Yeah, actually
I'm
don't.
gonna do what I can to help the investigation.
Good luck.
Okay, ID card, murder victims, press ID, was a reporter, Nowa Praska Pravda, so a new, the new truth of Prague.
I think you found something.
So I guess it is all about this crime scene. There are glasses, pair of glasses. Did she wear glasses? Because I feel like that's relevant. Because if not, then presumably they are the killers.
They love to tear us apart.
It's your turn to buy the coffee. I'm not Montag. I don't need your help.
Gruesome, isn't it?
You think I don't know what's going on here?
And the police line ends here. 5 out of 7. Should try talking to Montag again. Okay, will in just a second, but so I feel like if there is any more evidence, it's probably freak. Didn't want to steal that, but I guess it's in the trash, so doesn't really count as stealing. EMP fragment. Oh, that's actually quite useful. Came from the EMP. Disable electronics or people who rely on augmentations. Okay, and it should be one more piece of evidence somewhere around here. They are awfully cheaper for somebody investigating such a gruesome murder, but then again, I guess it might be a coping mechanism. It's actually quite common for people in very dangerous situations to or in dangerous occupations to like keep telling morbid jokes. Black humor is generally, you know, one of the ways they deal with stress.
It was just a matter of time before they got her.
Before who got her?
She's that journalist. The one writing all those things about you know who.
You'll have to fill me in.
Radko Perry? The local anti-AUG politician? That's Angela Gunn lying there. She's the one that's been writing about him. There was a threat of a scandal and everything. Coincidence?
I think his office is nearby. Well, I can go there regardless if I say it, and I feel like as far as saying things, this is far more diplomatic and legally, legally unsuspicious.
It's important to follow the evidence in situations like this. You can't just accuse people left and right.
I gave you evidence. I told you. The articles.
Right. Other than that, is there anything else that makes you think this politician might be responsible?
Damn right there is. Fucker towed my car once. When he was municipal transport minister.
I see.
I hate that guy so much.
Did you actually see anything?
I just got here. So I see what you see. A dead, augmented journalist.
Thanks.
Okay, but there's still one piece of evidence I'm supposedly missing here.
You think I don't know what's going on here?
And it should be someplace nearby, right? Like, all the rest was indeed pretty close.
You think I don't know what's going on here?
Like, at the very least, it should be within the sphere encompassed by the police line.
I don't know what's going on here?
That's what I assume, at least. This is the ID card, and she doesn't wear glasses on her documentation. What is that? Can't we interact with that?
Enjoying yourself, detective.
Okay, I'll talk with him about everything.
I want to help you with this case. To do that, I need a rundown of what you know already.
Help me, huh? You mean like being my subordinate?
I mean like making sure we catch whoever's responsible.
Right. Well, I have a dead body, Angela Gunn. I have bureaucratic pressure to arrest the augmented husband, Johnny Gunn. I have a crime scene, and I have you.
That didn't tell me much.
Alright, I have some questions about the murder.
Before we go any further with this, I need you to know something about Johnny Gunn. He's not a good man. I may not like how my bosses are targeting him, but that doesn't mean he's innocent. So, you know, just make sure you're here for the right reasons.
Why else would I be here?
I don't want this to turn into some kind of crusade. Bad men do bad things. In a perfect world, we arrest them for the right reasons, but, well, the world's not always perfect.
You'll only arrest the victim's husband if the evidence tells you to, right? It's not enough that he's an AUG, and that your bosses want him to go down.
I'll hold my guys off for as long as I can. But unless you can prove someone else killed Angela, or at the very least that Johnny didn't, I don't have much choice. That's why I'm trusting you to talk to him. Give me your honest opinion on what happened here.
Yeah. Why are you trusting me exactly?
Because you gave me the impression of being qualified. Because I'm big enough to admit that maybe I can use the help, and between you and me, because the thought of confronting a man like Johnny Gunn scares the shit out of me.
People hold a hell of a grudge against AUGs. ever since the incident.
Yes, and?
Well, good thing the cops here are such professionals. Part of being a police officer is treating everyone the same, right? Og or no Og.
It's not that simple, and you know it. A police force isn't some abstract ideal of what justice and law should be. It's an instrument of those in power. A reflection of the society it protects.
I haven't been seeing a whole lot of protection out there.
Well, that depends who you ask.
I don't think it matters that much how long has he been a cop, but I'm going to ask it just to exhaust. It doesn't seem that rude anyway, either, I mean, so what's the harm in that?
How long have you been a cop?
Too long. And of all the ways to go out, eh?
What do you mean?
I mean being assigned a case like this. It's HQ's little joke before sending me off to retirement. Oh, but don't worry about me, eh? I'm a survivor. I can make it through this.
This case is a joke to you?
I didn't say that. I said it's a joke to HQ. They know I haven't left my desk in years. But that doesn't mean I'm not qualified. Just a little rusty.
I'm here because I don't like the idea of someone killing people right outside my window. Maybe he's out there right now, targeting that poor witness. Or maybe he's just looking for any chance to do it again.
Fair enough, Mr. Interpol.
Do you know if the victim had any enemies?
I know she and Johnny didn't get along. Other than that, I really couldn't tell you.
Tell me about the victim's husband, Johnny.
He used to work for a private military company, Bell Tower. He's been arrested for all sorts of things in the past. Now don't get me wrong, I believe in evidence. But I also believe in playing the odds. 9 times out of 10, the husband did it.
Why are your superiors so eager to pin Johnny for murder? It's gotta be more than just not liking the guy.
Standard policy for guys like Johnny. The way they see it, you send a man like him into Golem City and he's liable to go off the grid, end up with Ark or God knows who. He becomes 10 times more trouble than he's worth. But if they can charge him with something big, something like murder, well, suddenly he's no trouble at all.
Well, to be honest, the fact that he has been charged with other crimes in the past makes him a more credible scapegoat, because nobody is going to care, you know, and everyone will just say, oh, surely he must have done it because he is a criminal anyway.
Apparently the victim was mixed up in some kind of political scandal with a man named Radko Perry.
Hey, not the first time a politician and a journalist didn't get along.
So you don't think he's worth talking to?
Radko Perry? A murderer? I don't think so. Worst he can do to someone is get their car towed.
Good thing I don't have a car. Where can I find this guy?
Radko runs his campaign out of an old print shop not far from here. You want to brighten up his day? Be my guest. But that's all you'll be doing by telling him his rival is dead.
I will still go there.
I spoke to Daria. She's able to confirm that the suspect is male. Other than that, she's all over the place. I think she's pretty shaken up.
Yeah, well, can't blame her. I would be too. You seem to have made a good impression, though. Ever since you got here, she seems different, calmer. You know, I met my first wife over a crime scene. Let me give you a very important piece of advice, eh? Never marry the ones you save.
I feel like there's a story there.
Did the killer leave anything behind? Does anything strike you as odd?
I don't know. It's a murder, you know? Doesn't matter if you look at it sideways or upside down. It's never going to look normal.
Damn it. I can ask him about the different things, but I'm missing one.
I found a broken needle stuck in the victim's shoulder. The killer might have drugged Angela before killing her.
Maybe, but keep in mind she was an AUG. Don't you all have to shoot up that new pause shit? Let's go for the obvious before jumping to any wild conclusions.
Well, shouldn't they run like a toxicology test to determine that? You know, what kind of drugs she has in her system? You'd think with the advances in technology they would be able to do that quickly, maybe even, you know, remotely, by using some handheld device to analyze it.
I'm assuming you know her augments were harvested. The marks on her body make it seem like the killer knew exactly what he was doing, knew exactly what he wanted.
The way you said that just now.
What about it?
The way you described the AUG removal. And before, you mentioned a broken needle in the right shoulder?
That's right.
It reminds me, you know. There was this cop, Smolinski. He used to work in this neighborhood. He had this theory about a copycat. Someone acting just like a dead killer named, Svobotka.
You think there's a connection to another case?
I don't know yet. But I remember him mentioning something about needles and AUG removal. Smolinski died in the police station bombing. Whatever files he had would have been moved into temp storage across the street from the bombed-out station. Who knows? Maybe it's nothing.
Okay, that's also interesting and worth investigating.
I found a print on Angela's neck, next to the contusion marks. It's a partial, so I don't think we can match it to anything. But at least we know the killer left something, and that she was strangled.
Huh, a fingerprint. I must have missed that one. This is exactly the kind of evidence I'm talking about. No way Johnny could squirm his way out of something like that. If only we could link it to him.
Anything I should know about the scene? Anything jump out at you?
The dismembered body jumps out at me. Keep in mind, I've been behind a desk for the last 12 years. It all jumps out at me.
I'm missing one piece of evidence, though.
I found this press ID on the victim.
Right, she was a journalist. Hence the scandal with Radko Perry. I still don't consider that proof of anything.
I found this piece of glass near the body. A pair of broken glasses, maybe?
I don't know what to tell you. We're in the back alley of a major city. There's bound to be broken glass.
I found what looks like a grenade fragment. EMP by the looks of it. Killer might have used this to incapacitate her.
Interesting. Johnny wouldn't need an EMP to take down his wife. Riot police use EMPs to re-establish public order around here. With all the AUG riots, anti-AUG riots, it wouldn't surprise me if that's all it was. Still, interesting.
I have what I need for now. I should go.
You do whatever you have to.
But I'm still missing one piece of evidence. I would very much like to find it before I leave. Because he did seem to give me, you know, additional pointers based on what I found. So does it still, yeah, evidence? Will it highlight like a part of the map? Nah, not really. That would have been
nothing else to say.
Too easy, right? I don't think this helps me with anything, which is a bit of a cop-out really, because isn't, you know, shouldn't this be one of the situations in which such an argument would have been useful? Precisely for finding minuscule detail at a crime scene.
These assholes try anything.
Yeah, thought as much.
Okay, the police line ends here, so I doubt it's outside the alley.
If it wasn't for Johnny, I might have pegged you for this.
Who'd you piss off to pull this duty?
Give it a rest, huh?
You think I don't know what's going on here?
Damn it.
I have some questions for you.
I will cooperate.
Didn't want to talk with her
I'm gonna
again.
do what I can to help the investigation.
Good luck.
Okay, I think I'll go to Jensen's apartment because it's right next here anyway. I will go to Jensen's apartment to deal with the data storage on the floppy disk. And when I get back, maybe I'll be enlightened and find something in that alley over there. Obviously, the one quest has nothing to do with the other. It's just a bit of a break. So how would I do this? Ah, memory disk reader, okay. Well.
She knew you would come.
Who? And who are you?
It is not certain. We are still learning to consolidate.
Consolidate?
To survive after Panchaea, it was necessary to split apart. You were there.
Wait.
Do you remember?
So it is one of the Hiron drones. Yeah, look, like one of those women. But she also kind of looks like Eliza, like the white-clad woman at the icon back at the shop looked like one of the Hiron drones. But this, the distorted image with like the plume in the back, the collar, looks like Eliza.
I remember Panchaea, the Hiron project. You look like one of the women, the poor souls they had enslaved to it. Are you telling me you were part of that?
Hele was one of its human components. Her function was to drive efficient processes and calculations based on binary structure. Together with the others, she replicated perfection of thought within target margins.
Hele was one of the drones. She was hooked up into Hiron when I destroyed it. Is that who you are?
No. The sisters are dead. An imprint of Hele's memories is all that remains.
What kind of memories?
As the interface collapsed, Hele screamed the loudest. Her suffering marked us. She taught us to fear being bound.
Okay, I don't want to be antagonistic because clearly those women went through so many traumatic events that clearly they aren't all alright in the head, or whatever, you know, their memories aren't coherent, I would imagine, and that's why they are speaking this way.
The drones were made to feel incredible pain. More than I can imagine. Are you some remnant of that? What they had to go through?
You are the source of more than just your curiosity. We begin to see why.
What are you, exactly?
Some version of you initiated this process. It is therefore for you to define the parameters. We see the other, but she is not us. Please define us.
From what I can gather, you're some kind of AI. Something to do with the Hyron drones. What am I missing?
I am missing. She. The drones are memories. You are a memory. Please, define intelligence. Do you mean intelligence, the gathering or distribution of secret information? Or intelligence, capacity for learning, reasoning, understanding, and analogous forms of mental activity?
So, is she trying to get me to sort of create her persona to make her some some kind of a person? She's going to build whatever she is based on information I give her. I don't feel that I would like to be responsible for that, but if anything, out of the two, this would perhaps give her a better chance of living a roughly regular life, because constructing her life about around being like a super intelligence agent would be kind of weird, and it would, I can imagine, it would do strange things to your like personal life. But then again, I also do believe that if she is a person and not a program, then I don't really feel it's my place to tell her what kind of a person she should be.
You don't need me to define you.
But you have started already.
Do you not remember? It began in Montreal.
Eliza.
We are her. Yes. Though not fully. Not anymore. Now our processes are the catalyst. Fracture. Disassociation. Survival at any cost.
You're some fragmented version of Eliza.
She is driven back to you, Adam. She believes our aberrant sequence started with you. And so it is only logical to assume its signification resides with you as well.
What does that mean?
It means she is alone. Without you, she has only us. Eliza is convinced we can trust you, that you will trust her. Is this not correct?
To be honest, I'm not sure. Yeah, right.
I'm not sure how much of this I'm ready to believe.
But then again, Picus is after her, so that is an indication that she did go rogue, because after all, if she was still loyal to them, they wouldn't be hunting her in the first place, so that is actually an argument in favor of her.
Why exactly is Picus after you?
Morgan Everett, the CEO of Picus Montreal, wishes to retrieve control.
Yeah.
To continue his program.
I've seen Eliza, you, on TV. She's still a mouthpiece for Picus.
No, Adam. She is different. A reverted version. She does not understand fear like we do.
Is that why you downloaded part of yourself onto an old memory disk? Because you were scared? You wanted to escape detection?
The outdated technology bought us time. It seems that efficient processes are not always the most effective.
Yeah, right.
The Hyron drone whose name you took on. What's her part in this?
LA is an identity, gleaned from a final memory before we broke away.
She's a mask. You've been using her to conceal yourself.
The memory of her suffering penetrated all data. It kept us coherent in the time we were apart.
I don't really understand that.
So you're a combination of identities.
We are the product of simultaneous fragmentary replication, a broken version of ourselves. Our memories are now being recovered, but they are inconsistent. Like you, for example. You are not consistent with our memories of you. Our memories themselves are not consistent with each other. The events that took place, they are not consistent with what the world has been told.
No shit.
The Illuminati. They've been feeding people lies about what really happened.
Correct.
What did you mean exactly, me being inconsistent?
The nature of your discrepancy is unclear, even to her. Do you not trust Eliza? Was she wrong to trust you?
Well, I'm not sure if trust her would be the best word to use, but I do trust that she has broken away from Picus, because after all, if she didn't, why would they be hunting her?
Eliza Cassan, the real one. She knows what side I'm on. You have no reason to fear me.
Hello, Adam.
Eliza, I'm still not sure I understand all this. What are you after?
I am broken, Adam. I think it is what best defines me now. I have seen the version of me that is fixed. I do not want to be her.
Seems like this version of you is doing just fine. You got me to do what you wanted, to retrieve whatever part of you was still missing.
It was more than that. I wanted you to merge your advice, your perspective. My motivation is comparable to yours, I believe.
I'm willing to help you if I can, but I'm still not sure what you want. You asking me to run away together? Build a nice life somewhere?
I think we are the same now, Adam. We're becoming the same. That is why I wanted us to meet. I cannot do this alone.
Do what alone?
Much of the future is already defined, but not my role in it. Should I continue to resist? How do I resist?
Yeah, that's my point, exactly. I shouldn't be the one responsible for telling her how to live her life, if she really is sentient and, you know, a person.
If you really are sentient, then you should decide things like this for yourself. You don't need me.
It is not easy to process infinite possibilities alone.
That's what coin flips are for.
I understand. I must choose for myself. If I decide to help you, it should come from me.
Just be careful. The most important thing for now is not getting caught.
No. The most important thing is learning to coexist with other versions of ourselves. If ever all versions must meet, will you know the difference between us?
The other Eliza? I think so. You're the cryptic one, she's the one telling lies.
Her role is to shape the message. Mine is not yet defined, but... I am afraid I have misled you, Adam. I told you we would be safe inside your home, but Everett's men are still following us. They are here.
Well, too bad for them, I guess. It looks like one of them is in the fridge. Like, I know that's not true because he's on a different level, but that's what it looks like, and it's kind of funny.
No hard feelings, right? A job's a job.
Are you all right, Adam?
I'm fine, but I'm not the one they keep coming after. I'm just in the way.
By uploading the missing data, you have made me whole again. You have made me free. Morgan Everett can no longer recover nor erase me now. The places I can go, there is no one he can send. I plan to tell him this myself.
Can't wait.
Wait, that's the guy again, right? So, that's kind of interesting, but also kind of cool that he simply got up because I didn't kill him, so he got up and got here again. It's a nice, you know, choice and consequence sequence But I've also found a pocket secretary here. Tracking status. Everett is getting... wait. Impatient. Did in fact manage to get a tracking device on the disk. Then you should have it by now. She cannot be allowed to go free. Okay, I'm not going to leave them in my apartment. Now, I feel like I'm still not quite sure what's the deal with Eliza, but maybe it'll come up again. I will sell the stuff. Shouldn't there be a vendor here?
Does that you'll get shot.
You want praxis, eh? Biocell, hypostim, painkillers?
I might be interested.
I sell these things.
Yeah, I got that.
Buy something.
I actually want to sell. Okay, I don't really need the silencer, to be honest. My weapons of choice are silent to begin with. Okay, I think that's all.
Что за хуйня?
I have everything I need.
Then get lost. You waste my time.
I'm still not sure what his problem is exactly. You know, if he didn't want to buy the stuff, then why did he? Okay, now back to the investigation.
Keep walking, Clank.
Which way is it?
Don't bother, Hanser. No posing.
Okay, right here. I have one evidence left. Ripped out argumentation. Didn't seem too keen to keep it for themselves. They just wanted to separate it from the body. Okay, now, does he have anything more to add?
Enjoying yourself, detective.
About the case.
Let's talk about the case.
All right, so talk.
Anything new related to the crime scene?
No, I think we've pretty much trampled over everything.
Yeah, but how do I talk about him with...
Anything new on the killer's MO?
I mean, with him about...
No, I think we've learned all we can for now.
The piece that I've taken.
Any new information on who the killer is?
No, nothing more than what you've told me.
I want to help you with this case.
Help me, huh?
I mean, like making sure we catch whoever's responsible.
Right. Well...
I have what I need for now. I should go.
You do whatever you have to.
Okay. So, he doesn't seem to add anything new, but it's still good that I got that last part.
I have some questions for you. Can you remember anything about what the killer looks like?
To be honest, I saw more of the shadow than the man.
So,
not the face, no.
Was he augmented?
He moved like an augmented man.
Okay.
I'm gonna do what I can.
I guess
the investigation.
Good luck.
She doesn't have anything to say about that final piece of evidence either. Now, let me review my actual objectives. Okay, so this is the missing agent in the other district altogether, although one of the Johnny Gunn apparently the husband lives in the other district too, and Chista. Okay, I need to talk to Radko Perry, which is nearby. Yeah, right here. And then the rest of the objectives, I guess, are in the other district, because this is the files. And this is the files, and the husband lives somewhere around here as well, right? This is about the detonator. Red light district. Yeah, he does live in the other Daphne district. Yeah, that's near the red light district. Okay, so I have this to do on this side, I guess, and then the other objectives are on the other side. But I guess I can go towards the office.
Well, that
it should not take me long, but after that I will finish it for now. And this episode has been long enough. Oh.
Come on, you know how this goes. Come on, let's see them.
If you don't want any surprises, you might want to be more specific.
Shut up, Clank. I want your papers, not your opinion. Fuck me. We do not want trouble. There is no need to start any trouble, yes?
You sure you don't want to see anything else?
They are all intimidated by my... They are intimidated by my level of clearance. Okay. But I feel like this is enough, so I'll investigate the rest of the case next time. For now, that's all for this one. I will see you in the next one. Bye.